Someone actually made a complaints department account just so Sirius could add it. It's very curious who actually made the account.
Alright, I think we're good. So, I'm not doing the intro again. You two, this is your show. Take it away.
Alright, I got it. I'll do the intro. We're good. Alright, so today we got a match for NMG, the No Major Glitches Linked to the Past League 2022. It's the Dark World bracket between Doomtap and shkoople. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be shocking. I'm here with Vortex of Doom. Vortex, how are you doing today?
Doing great. I can't wait to see who wins, and I can't wait to see who PBs, and I bet it will be Doomtap.
Double PB? Double PB? Anyone in chat?
Double PB.
Press 1 if you think there's going to be a double PB today.
Hey, I think shkoople might win, but Doomtap will PB. How's that, Spleevy?
Oh man, that'd be crazy. shkoople's getting the 123 today for sure.
Yeah. But I don't think it was audible before. But shkoople just PB'd yesterday. Fresh 125.28. Hot off the presses. Doomtap has a 123.40. 35. He got that 10-second PB. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shkoople getting the nudge out of Link's house.
Oh, it's no big deal.
Saves time if you do it on the other side, but
that's not what's really exciting about this match. This match answers the question that I've always had of like, what if Bruce Wayne did a Link to the Past race against Dick Grayson? What if Superman did a Link to the Past race against Lois Lane? You know, because we have here on Doomtap side, we have the speed hero of the speed sidekick on the other side, shkoople. shkoople has told me personally that Doomtap is his speed hero for sure. Probably second behind Wayne. Wayne was always shkoople's speed hero first and foremost. Doomtap's a little jealous of that, but it's gonna be a good race because you know there's a lot of tension between them, a lot of emotion in this race. Very exciting.
a lot on the line too. These guys are both looking to go 2-0 to start the league. Doomtap already has his eye on the finals. Definitely highly looking forward to that. But shkoople, on the other hand, so shkoople played Kaz Node in week 1, and
Yes.
Doomtap played Bidey.
Also, yes.
So, both 1-0, which is where you want to start on this. I need one of them to lose and I to win, so I could play them potentially in the last week. But
Are you excited to play Doomtap? Would you be excited to play Doomtap?
I'm just excited to play Zelda, man. That's
All right, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
that's where I'm at. But gonna be pretty.
I said Doomtap is the person I least want to play in this tournament because I know that Doomtap will go to any length to make sure I will not win.
Yeah, and you have a lot of control over how your opponent plays in this game.
Oh man, shkoople's doing one pot. Oh man,
shkoople always does one pot. He actually told me, so I was doing runs earlier and talking about how I, just kept messing up ball and chain. He's like, steal Doomtap strat. That's what I do. So he always steals Doomtap strat, except for apparently ball and chain. So Doomtap is not a one-pot main.
I don't think there's a single 123 that's a one pot main. Hungry for the frames.
Kane will get there eventually, I believe. Kane is very devoted to one pot.
I think Bitey does one pot too.
I think
He's
Bitey
like
does one pot. I know Bitey has talked about like situational strats a lot, and Bitey, I think, like if you have to boom the guard before you start going right, I think he advocates for doing one pot in those situations, and I'm inclined to say that it's not actually that bad of an idea, because that's the big time loss of one pot, is you like usually have to boom the guard on
that's
your
a
way.
way more thinking than I want to do in that room.
Yeah.
We're 3 minutes into the run, and like I haven't even gotten my brain started. Like I'm still working on the hand crank on my head, trying to get it fired up. I
Wait,
just
doing
want
that
I just want to run right at him. Yeah, just run right at him and swing the sword.
Doomtap avoiding the first rat, not the second. Shkoople just getting lucky, having better RNG.
Snake Hellway here. Vortex, what's your favorite thing about Escape?
Favorite thing about Escape is canceling stair lag after Sankheart after it's over. I think. Or left slash. Both pointless time saves that don't make up for the fact that I consistently get 555 and above escapes. How about yours, Yoho?
When it's over. Sometimes I enjoy getting rat frames, but mostly just when it's over. If I could just start the split, I would take a 6 flat if I could just start the split without having to do it.
That's pretty. Yeah, I would. There's merit to that argument. I think there are days where I'm definitely thankful for the warm up with Escape, and then I reset and do another run, and I don't want to do it anymore. You just do so. I think I would like if you could just do one escape, and that is your escape time for all subsequent attempts. That would be. I would take that. Like one escape per day.
That's fair. It's just so long and so much pumping. We're into another split with a lot of pumping. Eastern.
For a second, I wondered if Doomtap skipped Sankheart, but no, he's just that far ahead.
Doomtap failing the just hold down strat, getting hit by an Octorock.
This is the most pumping on this screen. Split. So if you for anyone who doesn't know, pumping is when you like resetting Link's movement pattern by switching between diagonal and cardinal direction, and it's very, very effective when going upstairs because you start the stairs pattern by going up 2 pixels, and then there's like some 1s and 0s in there, I think, for stairs. So getting constant 2s instead of 1s and 0s is very, very good. So constantly switching between up and up left and up right is it's very good on stairs. If you don't pump anywhere else, you should pump on stairs.
For sure.
We'll see slightly different strats in that pot switch room. Shkoople being at full health, picking up the top pot, which is ideally like single-digit frames faster than the right pot that Doomtap picked up.
Both make it through the Stalfos room, okay? That's good
Stalfos.
because
that's the mark of a successful room. You only kill 2. And I don't think we saw any. They didn't even spawn. So a lot of the early game, Light World in particular, is, well, a lot of the game in general is just about limiting mistakes and stuff. And we joke about things like, you know, only spawning 2 Stalfos, whatever. But like, really, like if you can just not make very many mistakes, even if you do it slowly, you can get a pretty good time in this game.
Well, yeah, just limiting the scope of escape or mistakes. There's a, you know, like the Stalfos room mistake is one of those mistakes that costs so much time because there's another guy you gotta kill and you gotta go get another pot. And then if that goes bad, you're just screwed because whenever you slash, they jump and everything. It's just terrible.
Yeah, and you're like trying to go fast, so you're jumping the gun on all those slashes, and it becomes you're take 2 at 8 slash in that room if you mess it up. But, both runners went for the eastern arrows. So on the right side of this big chest room, top pot is arrows. They're not technically required, but there's a 1 in 12 chance that you'll get none of the 3 Igors that can drop arrows will drop them, and you'll have to get a pot that costs like 2 or 3 seconds. So
yeah, it's a 1 in 8 chance.
A 1 in 8, yeah.
But yeah, your arrow's just important in this game, so.
People getting lucky there. That heart from the first Stalfos meant that the next one up was arrows, and Shkoople was not in a position to grab them if they showed up.
Two successful Armos fights and getting through. Just the difference here is basically, you know, it's just the difference in execution between a 123 player versus a 125 player. Like it's just what are you gonna do?
Yeah, so both runners on to desert now. We're getting the boots and finally go fast. Doomtap's in very good shape, rupee wise. Shkoople has some decisions to make. I think he got the green in double readies, or the green drop. I don't think he got it. Want to have by the end of this split, at a bare minimum 4, but ideally 9 or more rupees. Just so that there's no RNG or decision making in what rupees you pick up from the tree poles or any backups. So there's probably a pot that Shkoople is going to be picking up.
Yeah, the desert pot is really the last good rupee pot in the light world. You're not going to be able to really farm stuff in Hera. The mini Moldorm will drop rupees, but they're not. It's not ideal to try and farm from them.
Yeah, sometimes you can get those rupees for free in Hera, but like you can't. Counting on that is very, very rough. So it's generally considered better to just get an easy 5 rupees in desert. Did both do unholy spin speed? Both did spin speed on the way out. That's one of the good spin speeds that can save a significant amount of time on the way out. On the way in is pretty marginal, and a lot of runners at every level opt not to do it.
Yeah, I didn't really notice if they did it or not. Going into the library,
Doomtap has gone back and forth on unholy spin speed. I don't think he has always done it or always not, even at the 123 level. She has been steadily at for quite a while now. Both having pretty uneventful desert overworlds, though. This is a surprisingly technical overworld. It's pretty easy to lose time. You won't usually lose a lot of time, but there's a lot that goes into it, and it's fairly long too.
Yeah, the marker progression is really like you see how your desert entry goes down. You can see how your movement's improving in mostly imperceptible ways. So Doomtap's coming up to the cannonball room, where once he kills these popos and goes through the shutter door, there's going to be an RNG there, whether he gets to dash all the way through or has to stop, and yeah, Doomtap has to stop. So a lot of this game is just little time losses from RNG, stuff like that. And on shkoople's side, he gets to dash all the way up, so he got to save a little bit of time on Doomtap.
The popos, shkoople had the opportunity to stop and wait for a rupee drop from the second one, and he chose not to, which surprises me a little, but also doesn't surprise me at all. Shkoople is a very just go player. Like he just makes his decision about what to do, and he doesn't like changing it up situationally. I have a lot of fun with that kind of thing, but also I probably lose time doing it.
All right, we're going to see the Desert 2 spin speed from Doomtap, I think. Will we? All right, yep. Oh man, he's even doing the little right input there before he does the menu buffer. That's dangerous. That's craziness.
People doing it a little more safely, just a straight down input. More room for error, but Doomtap's pulling out all the stops.
Well, one of the big oops points is accidentally jumping off when you have spin speed. It hasn't. I don't think it's happened in this tournament, but it has definitely happened in tournaments past where people just leapt off.
So one thing about spin speed is even if it's not armed, like if you don't have the actual speed, you will get first frame hops off any ledge. So like if you touch a ledge, you'll hop off, which is why it's so hard to avoid jumping off at times. If you're 1 frame late, it means you jumped off, because there isn't 4 pixels of wiggle room there. But we're coming up to Landmo. Both runners got a pretty solid, getting a pretty solid opener. The quick hop at the end there. They switched spots too, which I don't think shkoople was expecting. I wasn't. But nice 3-cycle from shkoople. I think Doomtap also got one.
Yeah, Doomtap had a late 3-cycle. He had some troubles with the third worm on the first cycle or whatever, so. shkoople got the bad hop.
Yeah, so if you don't nudge the rock above, it's not like a guarantee that'll happen, but it's a risk that'll happen if you're going down that side. Yeah, everyone's favorite light world split where nothing ever goes wrong. It's the Tower of Hera.
Oh yeah, nothing can go wrong from here. Hoping for no fake flipper problems. Alright, shkoople's in there too, so we're good.
Doomtap opted for the menu to boom, so between picking up the heart from Landmo, the timer to count down for the pendant drop keeps advancing even if you menu, so some runners opt to menu to boomerang to be able to deal with pickles or maybe even dead rocks without really losing much time or any resources, like if with arrows. I generally find that you do tend to lose a little time. Like you don't actually get it fully in there. Like it's possible to get the menu to boom without losing any time at all, but I tend to lose a small amount, but it's well less than a full menu.
Yeah, I think we've actually seen like in like some tourney races where one person menued a boom and the other one didn't. It didn't quite look right how the time difference changed a little bit there. I think you just have to be very good on the menu.
But I generally find it to be worth it, like the pickles getting in the way and not having to go around them and stuff. It's really hard to measure the things that cost time and don't on this overworld because they all kind of like feed into each other.
Yeah, I hate boom strats though. Plus the menu to mirror is worse.
Yeah, it is a 2-move menu after, which hypothetically only loses a frame, but no one will ever lose only a frame on it.
Seeing boom strats on Doomtap side for the tile room. We might see pot spin speed on shkoople's side. He's done it before. Everyone get hype. Let's hope for it.
shkoople has.
Oh wait,
chance.
He's doing it. Oh, he missed the spin speed. Oh, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. And Doomtap is missing the boom, so he's just losing time on those switches.
How long is that switch animation? It's like 15 frames or something?
Like year or two, I'm not completely sure.
Oh,
it feels like forever.
There too. So yeah, shkoople will, if everything goes right, actually gain time on a completely scripted static room, which always feels good.
But he didn't get pot spin speed, so who really lost there?
Everyone.
That's right. I'm guessing the next big thing, we're going to get the Moon Pearl from the big chest, but there's a gap. And there's a technique here called EBJ, Early Bomb Jump, that shkoople and Doomtap both do. I assume we're going to see it on both sides, but it is risky.
Basically, anytime you use a bomb in this game, the speed is gated. That was a nice one by Doomtap. The speed of the strat is gated by how early you place the bomb. So the earlier you can place it, the faster it'll be. So like the time you spend carrying the bomb doesn't really matter because it's going off at the same time either way. shkoople gets it nicely too, but there's a few setups in a few places to kind of time it so that it works out that you're getting right to where the bomb jump is as the bomb explodes, which is the ideal situation.
Oh, that was scary on Doomtap's side.
Yeah, he didn't really have a better choice of what to do there either, which is unfortunate. I'm sure he knew he was risking a frame rule there, but he had to do it because there was nothing better to do. And a nice fight from shkoople.
Yeah, everything worked out. No falls. We've made it through Hera. We're just fighting through a tower, and then we're getting to the Great Punisher, the wizard at the top of Aga Tower, who will probably ruin someone's day. What do you think, Vortex? Is someone's day getting ruined by Aga today?
No, I don't think so. I think that both runners will get favorable blue ball RNG, and everything will be fine, except that shkoople will probably still be behind. But
Right, you heard it here first. 2 zeros. Very unlikely, but Vortex called it.
that is an unorthodox 2 blues to pick up from Doomtap.
I think he just didn't care what he was picking up there.
Yeah, because he had enough. He didn't have enough that he could skip a red without picking up all 4 blues, which takes an eternity. and you didn't even need to pick up one. Just do the tree pull to get enough rupees with all 4 reds. So I tend to use, like when I'm doing birdshot, I tend to use the last rupee as like kind of a subconscious time cue, so I end up picking that one up regardless. So
Yeah, I don't know if I use it as a cue, but I definitely do end up just picking it up because I just dash through it, so. But yeah, this is, for Shkoople, this is a pretty good light world. Pretty shockingly good light world. From someone that's watched a lot of Shkoople, this is a very good light world from Shkoople.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, I don't know if I've seen him with a 22, like, this is a low 3x Hera, which is quite good. He's not running against his own splits. I think he's running against Doomtap's first.
He's running against some of best right now.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, 2233 Hera is very good for someone at the low one, or I guess he's mid to low 125 now. So
let's just say like mid to upper mid 125. Let's just categorize him there. It's not fair, but I'm going to do it to make myself feel better because he's too close to my PBs.
Yeah, I really realized he's running against some of the best, and some of the best is like 6 or 7 seconds slower than mine. He's now got like 40 seconds on the PB again.
What are you going to do about it?
Throw runs in Hera, if today is any indication.
Just goes like that.
But, we're going to see pretty much the same strats from both runners here in Agate Tower. There's not a lot of frame squeezing you're going to do. That was...
Well, Doomtap got the key dash inside the chest. I think he learned the same thing I did from Louis, where if you get any kind of up input and you end up still inside the chest, you're going to be snapped to a key dash pixel. So you're good to key dash. Meanwhile, Shkoople is bonking. He's just letting them know that he's there, and they are going nuts for him.
But Doomtap, who just got unlucky, is leaving, left the Dark Maze without beams, and Shkoople, who bonked and ruined everything, is getting to leave with them.
Yeah, but Shkoople lost probably 3 seconds in that Dark Maze. Like, he was just slashing away.
Using an arrow to alert those guards is something that I always do that on the right guard is going right. I just find it works out better than with beams, which I think is something I actually took from Doomtap, but he's showing that it works on most RNGs as a pretty reasonable backup to having beams. People needs 2 menus to read this RNG.
Oh, unlucky. Oh, I hate that room so much.
Yeah, sometimes you just get screwed in that room. They do the same inputs every single time, and 99% of the time it would be just fine. And the other 1% of the time, you lose a couple seconds, and then a large portion of your soul leaves your body.
Why neither of them super happy about this Agate Tower? I don't know, Doomtap is okay. Still a good time, but I know Shkoople definitely lost a little time here. Alright, Vortex, I'm going to need you to count both sets of blue balls because I cannot count.
It was wrong. Doomtap has gotten 1. Shkoople. 2 for Doomtap. 2 for Shkoople, 2 for Doomtap. Three for Shkoople. Still 2 for Doomtap. 3 for Doomtap. Shkoople 4 for Doomtap. 4 for both. For Doomtap. Six for Doomtap. Get bailed out, or is he? No, he gets the 7. Oh man!
Shkoople takes the lead.
Yeah, he showed great skill in getting
Huge skill, incredible skill.
luckier. Not a great count for either, though. I was extremely wrong. Both of their days were.
Yeah, that was pretty depressing.
But on the bright side, this is still very close. 6 versus 3 is 18 seconds, which is like.
Yeah, but I thought Doomtap had 7, so.
Oh, he did. He did have the 7, which is another 12 seconds on top of that. So that's 30 seconds. And there aren't a lot of single 30-second mistakes, but there are lots of mistakes that have the opportunity to occur that could add up to 30 seconds. And not even mistakes, just this is...
I mean, Doomtap's Dark World is going to be probably 30 seconds better than Shkoople's, unless Shkoople pulls out something remarkable. It's just going to be like that, just from basic execution, so...
Yeah.
But there's a lot of mistake points left in the run, so who knows what happens.
Oh, that was a really good Kiki dash. Yeah.
So yeah, Pod is a pretty basic dungeon with 2 big RNG elements where the hammer jump, it's not really RNG, but it's RNG because you can't be a frame perfect person.
Yeah, it's a like that's the big variance point for pod times is how good your hammer jump is. Like there's like sometimes it will just be better than others.
Yeah, the other thing being if Helma decides to do the shuffle on you or not, how much shuffling Helma does. Because he can add quite a good bit amount of time to Pod.
Yeah. I would like Helma routinely just will add 5 seconds to your fight time over like a really good one. Just like it's just decides to be slow.
Shkoople missed the bomb! No! Shkoople!
I hate that berry position because he like baits you into going for the beam, but you don't get to pick it up for free.
I'll pay, man. I'll pay.
Oh yeah, I mean I usually lose a million years and slow down for it, but
Shkoople got it okay. I think I was one extra menu.
Yep, 1 extra menu. He almost got it with a sword buffer, but he went too far. Fixed it, and he didn't need to move for the second menu buffer, but just to check where he was. But I think 1 extra buffer is just fine. Kind of going back to the point about any strat involving bomb being gated by when you place it. Like the time in between where he was kind of like looking for it, trying to sword buffer, like that didn't actually cost any time. Since the fuse was kind of going during those active frames regardless. Only the menu cost time, but you don't feel too bad about one extra menu most of the time. Like it never feels great, but it's always like you'll take that over missing any day.
No drops from Mimics on shkoople's side. He's saving all that lag. Oh, no drops on Doomtap's side either. They're both saving so much lag frames. Huge.
Yeah, I mean, Doomtap has made up quite a bit of time already just in Pod. And Pod is a dungeon that has a lot of invisible time. Just a little bit of clean movement here, you know, slightly better ledge hop, dash turn, dash cancel, whatever, statue push. Like, it just all adds up, and it's very hard to see exactly how much time you've lost, but suddenly you've lost a bunch of time.
All right, another kind of scary point in the run is the Helma fight. You're still pretty early in the Dark World. You don't have that many hearts, and Helma does 2 for any kind of hit against you. And he likes just dropping a bunch of stuff on the screen, like these fireballs for shkoople. Jesus.
Shoutouts to Sank Heart. That second to last hit was very greedy, but at the same time, the faster you can get this fight done with, the better. Like, it's
anytime, yeah. What I'll say is, anytime you're above the gym on Helma, like you're standing above it and he's not dead, is a terrifying time.
Yeah. shkoople keeping his head there pretty well and just slowly walking around. He was kind of already locked into his tail swing there, so as long as shkoople could get around to the front, he knew he wasn't going to get like suddenly run over, but gets it done. Needed Sank Heart, but you'll take that, especially in a race. Doomtap did make up a good 2 or 3 seconds on that fight at the very least. Maybe more. Didn't make up all the time in Pod, though.
It was about 15-second margin after Aga won, and now it is a 10-second margin, so... Now it's a 9-second margin, because shkoople just bonked.
The early hammer dashes, not from shkoople. Nope. Not from Doomtap either. Okay. No.
I mean, he went for it. He just missed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my scariest screen. You gotta do an item dash while the guards are bearing down on you.
Making extra sure he does not pick up a bush, dashing a full tile past it.
Missed the quick warp, and Doomtap has the quick warp.
Probably still 8.
One dig, huge shkoople saving time over his PB.
Not holding his sword out for the spin speed. Doomtap is. I think theoretically it barely makes a difference. Just in terms of getting the spin speed and walking with sword out versus time for an extra slash animation.
I think the thing is, like, I think it saves a little bit if you slash on the screen and then you pump up while the sword's out, but whenever you hold the sword through that transition, if you fail the spin speed, you get another shot for pretty cheap. You get another chance to go for the spin speed. So I think it's just it's a little safer strategy.
Yep, I totally agree. Nice 3 Musketeers from both. Oh, that brought it close.
Basically tied.
Oh, shkoople falling behind on leg. Making it back up with the bush dash, though.
Oh, Doomtap bonked! It's over! Shkoople takes the lead!
This is very close. It's likely not to pull too far apart in Thieves Town. Like, Doomtap will almost certainly have a slightly faster Thieves Town, because Thieves is one of the ones where, like, my gold's a 708 and Doomtap's is a 701, and I honestly don't know where all 7 of those seconds are.
The big thing in Thieves Town is there's one big source of RNG, and we're coming up to it with the Beltway. There's a couple things where if you don't hit the pixel, then you can get your day ruined. But even if you hit the pixel, you can sometimes just get your day ruined. Shkoople gets a pixel in the second try and then has to redash. So yeah, he got bad RNG and just not quite lucky, but Doomtap nails it, so... That cricket RNG there, or grasshopper RNG, where you have to hammer it or slash it.
Shkoople doing a great strat I really like on the bombable floor screen, where you place the bomb and walk past it and pick it up from the other side. You don't really have to deal with slashing or counting or anything. Like, you just kind of do it mostly the same every time. A lot of people like using the menu to read the RNG.
Both taking the toilet bomb for a little bit of safety, I think.
Doomtap only picks up 1 on hammering up, I think.
Yeah, for sure. But Doomtap has said he was going to pick up that bomb just for race safety. You know, just in case something happens and you need an extra bomb.
This is one of the screens that I used to hate, the conveyor, the berries on it. I used to hate it until I found out that, like, if you just walk to the middle, and the berry's not electrifying, it's free. And if you slash twice and walk to the middle, it's also free. Most of the time. I think that if he's electrifying, it's not as I don't think it's 100% guaranteed, but
yeah, I think it's basically just if you dash immediately when you get to conveyor, the red berry will not hurt you or something like that. But if you have to wait or whatever, then it could be problems. We're still pretty close here.
People missing the 9th hit of the script, but otherwise pretty uneventful Thieves for both. A couple little bumps and bruises here and there, but
All right, there's 2 big questions in this split coming up. I want you to give me your guess. All right. Number 1, how many fence dashes attempted and how many fence dashes completed? Number 2, how many EVJs attempted and how many EVJs completed?
I don't think shkoople knows how to do the bomb jump any other way than early. So I think we're seeing that attempted until he gets it. Hopefully just once. But I think both are going to try for the fence dash, and I think both will hit it.
So you think Doomtap's gonna EBJ or not? Doomtap knows he's facing shkoople. He knows he's facing his student, his sidekick, his speed sidekick, his Dick Grayson, the Robin to his Batman.
Yeah, that's a
You
tough
think
one.
that he's gonna let his protege show him up like that with an EBJ?
That's the thing, is like Doomtap both knows that he doesn't need to EBJ to have a faster Skull Woods. But also, he knows the EBJ, and he knows shkoople's gonna do it. I don't know, I think he probably goes for it.
I think he goes for it just because I think he's been trying to put in runs anyway, so I don't know. Maybe not for race safety, but who knows? Maybe he does it without it just to teach his student a lesson. To say, you don't need this to be fast.
Yeah, I mean, my Skullwood's gold has the EBJ, and that's the only reason it's a gold, so a lesson I have yet to learn. Welcome, by the way, from the Zelda Speedruns raid. Aaron versus Tam race. 1 attempted, 0 completed for shkoople.
Yeah, shkoople didn't get this fence dash, he tried, but Doomtap got the fence dash. He's through.
Who attempted 1 completed there?
About to see Doomtap do the mummy statue room. How do you feel about the mummy statue room?
I feel like I should be better at it by now, is how I feel about it. This was the first room I learned in the run. Like this was because I started with rando, and this was like, oh man, I bet there's a strat for this. Let's look at FMG. And that was the first room I studied, and it helped a lot. I still blow it all the time. Both of them having a very good mummy room.
Alright, Doomtap's minion the bombs early. He might be going for it. Oh my god, he's going for it. Will he get it? He got it! Go shkoople. He's going for it. And they both got it.
2 for 2.
Proven here, shkoople is better at EBJ than he is at fence dash.
I don't think he would argue with you on that. I think probably very upfront about the fact that EBJ is actually one of the only risky strats he went for a really, really long time, actually. He kind of just didn't like doing bomb jump any other way. And in Hera or Skullwoods, just kind of like he didn't do the Hera bomb jump until he got like a 128 or something. He just went up and did it vanilla because he hated the bomb jump so much.
Halfway surprised to see Doomtap doing the Cypher Hellway strat there. For the longest time, he was one of the people that would never, ever, ever go for it. And in the meantime, shkoople went for the safe strat, went for Joe Hellway.
Maybe the pace is good. I haven't been looking at Doomtap's timing. This was a pretty good skull though.
Oh no, Doomtap got way too many balls to actually, like care about PBing. I mean, he's just
I just meant the skull pace. I was, but I wasn't actually looking at the timer at any point. But like, if
I got no idea.
But I don't think the Skullwood space was that good. yeah, another split with not too much.
Yeah, everything was pretty good between the two. I think both segments that they're both happy with. You know, just the difference being again, Doomtap has been playing longer. It's the student and the master. What are you gonna do?
That was almost shkoople's like third gold for Skullwoods in the last like 5 runs he's done. Definitely been putting in some work.
Now we're on to Ice Palace. Ice Palace is I'd say it's a very technical split in the middle of the run here. We were talking.
Showing off a strat that won't see a lot of people do. One long dash horizontally, it basically takes a lot of that Moblin RNG out. Like most of the time, it's not a big deal. With the strat shkoople did, but every once in a while they'll be in really, really awkward places, and that basically never happens with the strat Doomtap did, and they essentially tie. Doomtap not going for quick fish. I thought he was a quick fish.
I think he was, but he was testing it the other day, and like I think he asked me. He was like, "How much does quick fish save again? Have we just been scammed?" I was like, "Yeah, I mean it doesn't really save anything." I just got bullied into it by someone who would type quickfish in my chat every time I wouldn't go for quickfish, and now multiple runs have been ruined by quickfish. So it's only like 10 frames or something, and it sucks. It's like 4 seconds or something if you miss it. So I'm not that surprised to see Doomtap not go for quickfish.
Shkoople did go for it and did get it, so that's the bank that he probably lost waiting for that Zora shot.
But yeah, if we count
showing
out
off that Louis strat of going across the top when the Zora gets in your way. Zora didn't get in shkoople's way, so not going to do that. But I've been seeing more people doing that. I've been meaning to look into it myself.
yeah, I tried it and just kinda didn't like it, but all the arrows are gone for Doomtap.
It also seemed fairly close. I guess no, he was close to opening the door on the jingle. But is it opening the door or going downstairs?
It's the transition at the time the jingle happens.
So he wasn't that close. It's too slow to be close.
But yeah, if we count out Agaluk, this run's probably only like 30 seconds above gold for Shkoople, so that's a very good run for him. He's got to be pretty happy right now. And Doomtap, you know, once you hit the 123, I think all you want is to be close to your golds all the time. So Doomtap's, you know, just putting in a normal day for him.
Both of them got very similar RNG in Conveyor Room. Shkoople decided to still go for two beams, while Doomtap decided to stay high and try to beam just the top one. And it worked out much better.
Clean hammer jumps. Now we're going into Cold Stare. Cold Stare is another one of those things where it's scary. Cold Stare is just a regular scary boss.
Yeah, it's one of those that the like, if it goes right, it's like, it's not too hard. Like, but there are so many points of potential failure, and if it goes bad, it gets so scary so quickly. Hopefully, we see two very routine, normal fights. Shkoople was sweating that block switch room.
Oh, Doomtap dropped the sword. He's doing the 6-slash. Incredible!
Nice.
Going back to the old strats. Wayne just stuck with old strats for far too long.
Wayne's cold stare looked exactly like that yesterday. Oh no!
Oh, really?
Okay. As puff parties go, that was a fine one. That seemed to be a pretty good Ice Palace pace for Shkoople. I didn't actually look at the timer, but it seemed.
Yeah, I didn't see where he was when he fell.
Bad was conveyor room.
I mean, that conveyor probably cost him 5 seconds for sure. So.
Yeah. But I think prior to that gold stare, he might have been less than 10 seconds over gold. But I don't think that's the case now. We both survived.
And luckily, we both on both sides do good shopping. So we're going to see Ether here from both, and then we're going to see Ice Rod and Turtle Rock from both.
Doomtap likes his menus prior to that first Dead Rock to double check whether he's going to get owned, and I really like it. I can't ever manage to make it work for myself. Too stupid. I'm more apt to just do like what Shkoople did and just deal with him. Hope he doesn't wreck my day.
I'm not sure if Doomtap got the first quick warp, but he did get the second one. Shkoople's getting the first quick warp. We'll see if he gets the second one.
Moved off.
Shkoople got the second one too.
Just get lucky.
But there's visual cues.
Well, I mean, you can tell. I don't think he was. Maybe he was. That seems like a just hope kind of strat.
I don't know. I save my menu there to read the visual cues, and I never try and stay on the grid.
Oh, interesting. Tap getting this quick warp. Shkoople getting that quick warp. Uh-oh.
Oh my god! I got the swamp skull bush! Oh, that's the awfulest thing.
I think he's getting the quick warp, but he's not going to get the last one because...
Yeah, that's way too high for him to get the one coming out.
But if you're... Like, I usually go too low on that for how consistently I actually manage to get the quick warp. Like, if you'd rather have your portal really high and just not go for it because you're closer to the door and because you're not getting the full 34 frames of a quick warp saved if you're setting up the second one. But I think, like, aside from that skull bush, that was a pretty solid overworld.
Yeah, good overworlds from both.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing Doomtap might get restock here. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about with one bomb in a race going into Mire.
He missed the arrows in ice just now. Like, he would like both the arrows and an extra bomb probably. So in a race setting, I think.
Well, he definitely does mic
ex-
arrows, so he probably cares less about the arrows. But the bomb, like if you mess up Spooky and you get to bomb the wall, then you're just in trouble for the ice rod.
Yeah, I expect. Like, I don't think he cares a ton about the arrows, but I expect to see him pick both up in this situation in a race.
I've seen
like-
Shkoople. Shkoople just pick up the arrows in restock room, and it makes me cry every time I see it. So he'll
Well, I
probably do
mean-
that here.
I think that's fine here because he's got 2 bombs, right? Like,
But they're so slow if you don't get the bomb. It's so slow arrows.
yeah, but if you need the arrows, getting just the arrows is faster than getting both the arrows and the bomb. Or it should be, hypothetically, right? Like, obviously, both together are way better value, but Doomtap not going for the hammer dash.
Yeah, both are on pretty good paces so far for the swamp. I guess second or two above their gold.
Shkoople about to go for the worst chest turn in the game. Didn't get it. He went for it though, trust me. Swamp is a dungeon where a lot can go wrong. We did see Doomtap get owned by a kind of rare and very hard to react to berry RNG. Not that one, but also that one. It's on the way to the big key. Kind of just dash out that door and hope the berry doesn't own you, and it owned him.
Alright, so what do you think? How many 0 cycles are we getting?
I'm gonna say 1.
Who's the one?
I think Doomtap's gonna get it.
Alright.
Shkoople could get it. I don't know. Maybe Shkoople will get it and Doomtap will miss it. I don't know. My gut says 1. I'd like to see 2 though.
The Argus side on Doomtap's side. What Doomtap's doing here is holding the sword out and doing an item dash so that you kill the puff immediately. And then you keep hooking to keep killing puffs, and it looks like you got it.
Very nice Argus. It was kind of a slow 0 cycle. He got it just after the third move or the second movement, but to wait a bit. Oh, and there's another one for Shkoople. Shkoople will be doing 2 spins here. Shkoople saying swamp mud, but this has to be a pretty good swamp. It's not
okay,
gold, but
yeah. High 4x is alright. I think Doomtap is, on the other hand, getting a low 4x.
Doomtap just casually cutting Shkoople's gold swamp. That's 123 versus 125. It's the tiny margins. Like, both of them had okay swamp. Doomtap definitely had a quote unquote worse swamp, just in terms of RNG and everything going right, but just all the little movement stuff adds up a lot.
Oh, Scoop only got a 744, so he got a low 4x too, just not quite as low as Doomtap's. Doomtap's just giving all these lessons to Scoople for free. gonna be great when shkoople watches this back.
Mire is a dungeon where we don't expect too much to go wrong or differently. Like that, Popo for Doomtap doesn't count. Like that's sometimes that'll just miss. Mire is like it tends to be one of the first Dark World dungeons to get consistent. Okay, well.
shkoople's just having a rodeo here. He let everything get out of him. So, I thought for a second, he typed in the chat, and I saw him on Ether, and I was like, oh boy, are we gonna see an Ether Mire too? I was so excited. Really let me down.
Doomtap could still 120, 124 this. That's a pretty borderline time. I don't really know how the math is supposed to work out without Ice Rod, despite the fact that I don't get guide with Torches times and no ice. Like I don't have Ice Rod, but I still don't know. All I know is that with Ice Rod, it's supposed to be a pretty doable 20 minutes, and Ice Rod costs about 38.
It's basically a sliding scale about when the 20 minutes happen. I think the 20 minutes after Torches is basically, if you have Ice Rod and you're like around a 126 player, then it's like 20 minutes-ish. But as you get better or whatever, I think a flat 20 for a 123 here is, for 123 runner is pretty doable.
Yep, going for the Spark Gamble, not getting a great one.
I'm pretty sure you just typed that in chat to BM shkoople.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably true. People going for the potential frame rule menu. Oh, he didn't skip the anti-parry. That's a very, very corrupt strat. I like it. Quick hop, speaking of corrupt strats.
That strat should just be illegal. I'm pretty sure anyone who does it's probably cheating. Using an illegally modded controller or something like that. This is a pretty rough mire for shkoople.
I mean, it's been...
I use the upstairs that door or whatever. Yeah, I use upstairs for that door as like a... Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Live shkoople! Live shkoople! He's panic arrowing.
Okay. Solid discipline to, like, he still got 2 spins in after he got taken down to 4 hearts.
It was huge. Oh, I was just clinching.
Not
I'm too old for this.
not chasing that last one across the screen, which is very tempting if you are trying to save time. Gets it done, does not become a victim of Vidi like so many others already, both this tournament and the last.
Vitreous has claimed souls here in the league.
I think that, yeah, as shkoople says in chat, the good run is over. That did put probably an end to the very, very nice pace.
Just missing out on the sub 6 Meyer.
Fortunately, nothing can go wrong from here, so... Turtle Rock. Good shopping complete for both. Both have the spare bomb, so they can juice the gold. Even though with 0 bombs you can juice the gold the same way by not picking up the magic when you enter, but I hate doing that. I always pick up the magic.
I mean, you could get both. It's okay. It kind of feels terrible, but it's okay. Doomtap proving it's not free. The quick warp is not free for him.
It's dodge from shkoople. Oh man, that seemed so unlikely he would get owned. Like you always knew the possibility was there, but I think
Rocks suck, man.
you dash there every time, right? Like that's not.
I got PTSD just thinking about what to do over there anymore.
Because he wasn't in a spot that like you could like hook him or slash him from where you were standing.
Also not free for shkoople.
Did shkoople get the heart? It kind of doesn't matter at this point because he's already.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Before, but
Be a scary chomp, so.
yeah, I think in this situation you definitely prefer to get the fairy before, even if you're hoping for 2 drops here. No such luck. At least he's not Oko.
Oh, he's playing it super safe.
That he like had this weird hesitation, and
Yeah, he came in and paused, and that I thought he was going to get owned because of it.
did only place 1 block. Get his beams. Honestly, I don't know if I would have picked up those arrows. For the shkoople. Well, probably. In a race, like, that's not worth...
They're not necessary,
having-
technically, but yeah.
No margin on Ice Armos, like, there's... You stand to lose so much more if you mess up Ice Armors on 18 than you stand to lose by picking up an Arrow Pot. Because he's going to have to get both chests either way. Unless he does what he did in his PB yesterday. It's like, I need the chest, and then he like picks up the skull, throws the bomb, and then spends an extra 2 seconds getting the pot instead. Actual worst Pokey RNG. Where's the fairy? Yeah, he's grabbing it. Secret to waiting and going back for that fairy is to have both the Pokies dead. Do it.
Meantime, we have Doomtap going into the Trinex fight. I don't know if we're going to see any single double potion. Oh, we're going to see a side ice rod. It's all breaking down for Doomtap. So we're going to see a just do what you can to kill the guy. He dashed right into him! Oh my god!
Okay, well, it definitely does speak, like, to Doomtap's consistency and skill. But like, that's the first large mistake we have seen all run. He can definitely afford it at this point. That was quite the Trinex though.
A little scary. Little bit.
We were one. I think. I know, like if that rod shot missed, I think we were in deep trouble. But people not getting the full magic refill. Clever to leave himself room for the Samaria refill if he gets into the same predicament. What? That was...
Ice had jukes. Just it got moves.
He got the hit sound even though. Just didn't... Up is off to GT.
The final dungeon. Alright, so I'm going to ask you this one. How many hovers, attempts, and successes do we see?
0 for 0. Unless shkoople's really feeling spicy when he gets to the top. I don't think... Doomtap does not think terribly highly of the hover, despite the fact that it is...
We're not thinking highly of it. He does it all the time.
Yeah, he does it all the time, and it has resulted in several PBs for him. He has saved several runs with hovers, but in a race setting, I just, like, he's far enough ahead that, like, a failed hover would take it, like, unnecessarily within, like, a bad Agatu and Ganon, when, like, if he just gets across the gap, it's not. Like, it's his to lose if he just gets across. I think the hover would be... Just doesn't seem like Doomtap's style at this point in the race.
Alright, fair. I mostly agree. But maybe we see shkoople. Maybe he's been practicing in secret and he's just been sandbagging us all on stream. And he's gonna bust out a hover.
Is that slash part of his micro strat?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting. splashes do tend to be very good in this game. Like for any strat where you need to like wait for any reason, it tends to be in the roughly 15 frame range, or that tends to be close enough that you can kind of work with it. And any time you can standardize timing with a known quantity will just tend to make things more consistent. So a lot of people will do things like that, which I am totally in favor of. Shkoople, go for the chest. He does. Not fast, not pretty, but he has 23 arrows.
Yeah, it got done.
He saved like 5 seconds on his PB there, with both arrow chests. So what are your thoughts on the GT climb, Yoho?
I like them. I like the GT climb. It's very technical. I think the gauntlet is it's a good encapsulation of the game, like where you're having to read and react. Even though there's a lot of parts of it that really suck, just like the game. So I guess it's still a good encapsulation of the game. And then I don't know. It's one of those things where I spent multiple minutes worth of PBs being like, Ganon's Tower is my worst split. I need to practice it. So I've just grinded it forever.
Yeah, I'm kind of just I'm in the same boat. I really like the split. There's a lot of variance in how it can go. Like even for very experienced runners, they'll get a lot of difference in times. But there are so many different ways to deal with the different things that can happen. It really is something that, like, you watch two people do GT and like you can see who has more experience most of the time. Both of these runners are doing quite a good job with GT. Doomtap had a pretty sick 2-cycle on Landmo 2. Like the first cycle kind of got away, but he got both of the last 2 Landmos with one spin.
You and I will use sick differently on that one because he got so lucky.
I mean, it was cool whether or not it showed any particular extra skill at that point. And while we were talking about Doomtap's 2-cycle, we missed shkooples, but sportsmanlike of the runners to keep it even.
And like you said, Doomtap didn't go for the hover. See Aga 2 on Doomtap's side. Doomtap's one of the better Aga 2 players, even though I won't say it, but I don't think I'm very good at this fight, even though people say I am. So, just watch. He'll probably ram his face into Aga real soon here. He loves that. It's about to do it.
Yeah, he has to. Oh, he's not!
He didn't do it! So rude.
He's gonna do it here.
It didn't do!
Always keeping us on our toes. Getting rid of his last bomb. Doomtap dropping into Ganon. Doomtap is also one of the better Ganon players, and he is not nearly as shy about that as Aga 2. I know he's spent a lot of time with this fight and really likes it.
How many cape spins do you think we'll see?
At least 2, I think.
On both sides or just Doomtap side?
Just Doomtaps.
So no cape spins from Shkoople?
I don't think so.
Well, Doomtap's about to give Shkoople another lesson then. All this free teaching.
See, I think the thing with cape spins for Doom is like, if he misses one, he's gonna go and get another one to make up for it. So I think 2 is a pretty safe, solid bet. And if you get 2, like you're like on track.
There's one.
Well, if you get 1, probably do 1 to finish, just to flex. Alright, nice and easy fight.
Very nice fight.
Doomtap finishes up.
Your GG's in chat for Doomtap.
Finishing with a very respectable 124.48.
Yeah, got the double from the Trident, didn't get the 1-1. Paid the price.
Oh no! Oh. He got the early.
Oh, he just decided. He was just like, yeah, no.
Gonna get a good Ganon fight. I sympathize with this entirely.
He's Happy Gilmoreing it.
I think with a good Ganon fight, even after the death, he could have just barely 125'd. Not anymore. But it was a very, very, very nice pace for a while from shkoople.
He's through phase 2, into phase 3. Everything's clear sailing from here, right? Nothing can go wrong. Something went wrong.
Doomtap finish, and shkoople just lost all his sidekick powers.
Sure.
This was a really good race, though. Finish times will not reflect it to the degree that it was. Quite a good race, and pretty close, too, for a very long time.
Oh yeah, on Shkoople's side, it was a very, very good performance that's not going to be reflected in the time, and I think anyone that runs a game knows that there's runs that end up like that sometimes.
We did it.
Shkoople's done with Ganon. Get your GGs in chat for Shkoople. Did great.
Finishing with an official time of 1:28:08.
And we're joined in the booth by Doomtap. Doomtap GGs, how are you doing?
GG's, thank you. I'm doing well. I'm pretty happy with the run. A lot of things
a lot of the things that went poorly were very visible, like Lammo 2 and Trinex and things like that, Helmasaur. I'm really happy that it was a close race too. Well, until the end, but you know.
Yeah, basically until Meyer, it was very close, and shkoople did put in a great performance. Would you say that you're proud of shkoople's performance here today?
Maybe.
All right,
No, it was pretty good.
We're joined here too by shkoople, GG shkoople.
Hey, GG's. Nice run.
GG's.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, the end was terrible, but I was 17 seconds behind my PB after Swamp with 4 blue balls, so that's, I don't know. Like, I'm pretty stoked about the run I had until the end.
Yeah, I was commenting that even after that first very quick, admittedly, Ganon death, like, you still had an outside chance at 125.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you just forget how to fight Ganon.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the pace up to that point, like, despite 4 blue balls, and then the Vidi and Cold Stare fights, and then and Meyer too, and the Ganon, like, you still have done it at that point, which, like, considering how long it took you to break through to that mid to low 125, like that, it was a very good run for most of the...
I'm very happy with it.
shkoople, were you expecting a post PB disaster run here today?
No, I did that in Mirror Shield last night.
Everyone knows
Get
that
that out of the
doesn't
way.
count.
No, I don't know. Like, I don't really believe in that to begin with. So I wasn't expecting it. I don't know. If I played that well last night, I could do it tonight. And I did for the most part. But I don't know. Like, you know, you go into a race versus a player with a PB that's 2 minutes faster than yours. You don't expect to win, even if they get 7 blue balls.
Oh yeah, that was a very huge moment. shkoople using his incredible skill to come out in front in Aga. How did you feel about that?
I was, you know, on cloud 9 at that point. I had a Doomtap after Light World. That's crazy.
We got to hear your audio.
Yeah, and you kept that lead almost all the way through Thieves Town. So, well, no, I think it was actually only till Hellway.
Yeah, Hellway was the end. You know,
I mean,
a little clench on Helmasaur.
I think it was still like 7 seconds difference at Skull, though, even after that. So, like, yeah, both of you guys had very sketchy Helmasaurs.
Skullwoods was a fence dash and a bonk away from another gold, which I'm very happy with again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was on gold piece entering Moth, and then I didn't gold it.
Way she goes.
It wasn't even a bad Moth fight.
No, it just wasn't perfect.
Yoho was surprised to see you do Cypher Mummies, and I was wondering if the pace was good, but I didn't look at your timer, so...
I didn't look either, but I didn't want to play like a baby against shkoople. I wanted to do all the strats that I've been practicing, and I don't want to say to give him a chance, but to make the race more fun, right? Like, if I mess up, he gets closer and closer every time I mess up, and it's good for the race. Or I do well, and I get good splits.
I gotta say, I'm proud of you for the EBJ.
Yeah, we saw 2 successful EBJs. Pretty great.
We saw 4 successful EBJs.
All right, fair. The Hera EBJ too.
And in Skull. But yeah, it was a really fun race to watch.
Yeah, thank you guys. I think unless Vortex has anything else, unless you guys have anything you want to say, I think we're mostly done here.
No, thank you for the stream. Thanks for the race.
Yeah, thanks for the comms. I'm gonna watch it back immediately. Let me add my GGs as well. This is not the end of NMG tonight on ZSR. Excuse me, about an hour over on the main channel.
We have Dante versus Trinix. And 11 o'clock Eastern, Bitey versus Kaznode tonight. And a couple more races throughout the weekend. Keep an eye on the schedule if you haven't already. Gonna head out for the moment. But again, those, yes, exactly. Those races, please, we will hopefully see you back here tonight. Thank you very much, both Yoho and Vortex, for commentary. And please give both runners and the comms a follow if you haven't already. Till next time, all. Everybody stay safe out there. We will see you back here soon. Have a good night.